Welcome back to Artisan Ascension. This is Nancy Waite, and we're talking to Nadine Mae, who is an author and a teacher. So English was not your first language. You are Dutch, so you had to overcome language and dyslexia to put out your material. And it seems to me that you've worked very hard your whole life in order to do this.
I had to learn to paint with words. That's why I was drawn to putting it in fiction, because that's painting a picture. Explaining that the soul doesn't fully embody the human form, and it has to do with the DNA. It chooses only certain aspects of itself to embody a human form. I'm sort of trying to make visual something which, of course, is not energy particles, and to feel embodying a certain particle of a quality. What would that look like, and how would that vibrate, and where in our lives would that have an effect? Say, for instance, somebody lacks structure in their life, or balance. All those are qualities. It's actually quite interesting to understand why, for instance, you have 5 children in one family, and they all have the same background, the same upbringing, but you can then understand why each child is different in life, and it has to do with either they have those qualities or they lack certain qualities, and they can embody them the same way as...
When words can no longer express the depth of our emotions or feelings, it is the magic of art, color, and light that can break down barriers in communication. Art, after all, is the language of the soul. It's a tool leading us to our higher selves and revealing to us the essence and purpose of our lives.
The video was made in 2003, and it was broadcast on television in South Africa, because I wanted to explain to people the qualities of soul, and the meditations is actually on those soul qualities. So you can see that they're all cards. You can actually click under the cards, and they come out, and you can print them out, and you can color them yourself in a way.
Oh, I
or
see.
In a color. That's the idea.
Oh.
So you actually change the qualities into form and shape. You actually bring out your own feeling of what is the quality of the breath of life. How I very much would like to start that website of mine where people actually start doing their drawing, and they actually publish their drawing. They scan the drawing in and they publish it on the site. And you'll be amazed how each person's quality is quite unique, but the vibrations are the same. It's how they interpret that particular quality. And yeah, this is really how I understood the activation of DNA for me meant. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yes, yes. I was just so, because this is so pertinent for Artisan Ascension. How to meditate on the language of light. This is Nadine's book. Every person is an artist within. You don't have to be a commercial artist to draw your own language of light symbols. If you focus on a soul quality for that day and draw your own symbol, the energy of that soul quality will then be drawn into your auric field. These first 48 language of light soul quality descriptions with their symbols clearly reflect the divine aspect of the God, Goddess, all that is within you. There are in total 144 language of light frequencies, which combined hold the blueprint of a human form. We choose to partake in a game of evolution on this material plane, but due to our fall in consciousness, our souls gradually lost the ability to fully embody their human incarnation. Now the time has arrived for each embodied soul to awaken the first 48 frequency codes in order to partake in the Ascension Journey.
I don't think that's so important, but it's just the way how I felt when you talk about people to activate the DNA. You either go into the scientific route. I just wanted to find a practical route that people could actually feel in their body. I think your body is your tuning fork. So when you doodle and when you draw, and when you go into a form of a meditation,
people store certain colors and certain images in the certain chakra points, because the consciousness levels of each chakra is telling us where the person's issues are and related to what kind of obstacles, and they are actually already drawing it out themselves. So the idea behind the course is also that people actually interpret their own work. Get from the drawing, then you get the answer, and that is a quality. So the art analog drawing is to bring the language of light into our consciousness. If I mention, go into your meal, what was the fragrance of the food, that will trigger the color in them. That they will access that imagination, because to them, now I know what color it is. They couldn't really relate to the imagery, but they could relate to the color, to the fragrance, or to the sound. What was it, or the taste, the texture. And then some people say, texture, oh. And then suddenly, aha, now they know the color. So it's actually that I blend them together, the five senses. That's why I use a meal.
There is no set rule on how activate. It was just my way to put it forward that way.
I see.
And possibilities to inspire others. Like we have a holiday cottage at the back of our garden. I have created a fairy garden for children to play in. But for me, it is for me a form of meditation. I love to go into another world and create these towers and statues and you know, play and make something a play. And this is what I think a lot of people today in our society, they lost the part of playing. I was always drawn to playing, to make something a play, to think the people who are on this ascension journey are definitely born with certain codes. They're born with you are so right. Absolutely. We must be.
Nadine, you know what I heard is that we're on timers, that we came here as souls to do the work that we're doing at just this particular time, and no doubt we've all agreed to meet up and get to know each other at this particular time, and you know, and party. We're on timers, and we've all started waking up some time ago, but new people are waking up all the time, and we're waking up on different levels all the time.
By the end of this year, I want to finish the second workbook, which is the Body Codes of Light. And it is so appropriate to do this. It's going to be a fun exercise to do, but at the same time, being creative, it's also, it helps each person individually.
Thank you so much for sharing everything with us, and please check out Nadine's website and her video if you haven't already, and her profile on the gold ring.